You're listening to DraftKings Network.
Yeah, sure thing.
Hey, you sold that car yet?
Yeah, sold it to Carvana.
Oh, I thought you were selling to that guy.
The guy who wanted to pay me in foreign currency, no interest, over 36 months? Yeah, no. Carvana gave me an offer in minutes, picked it up, and paid me on the spot. It was so convenient.
Just like that.
Yeah?
No hassle.
None.
That is super convenient.
Sell your car to Carvana and swap hassle for convenience. Pickup fees may apply.
Spring starts with savings at the Home Depot. So if you're working on getting your yard spring ready, you'll need the right tools to get it done. Like the Ryobi One Plus 18-volt cordless string trimmer, now only $129. Or the Ryobi One Plus 18-volt cordless blower, also for only $129. Save on cordless power during Spring Starts event at the Home Depot, now through April 2nd.
This is the Dan Le Batard Show with the Stugotz podcast. All right, guys, it's time for Against the Spread.
Come on,
and it's presented by.
Can we do it again?
Come on, Zazzle wants to do it again.
Okay.
Zazzle didn't know how to do it.
All right, guys, it's time once again for Against the Spread. And it's presented by DraftKings. DraftKings, the crown is yours. Billy.
I'm going to start on the hardwood.
Wow.
Right across the street, we got a big one today. The Golden State Warriors.
Who are they playing?
Minus 5.5 against the Miami Heat at home. Now, here's something not that many people are talking about. There's one person that's been mentioning it, but not many people are talking about. The Warriors are coming in 0 for 1 in their last one. Big losing streak. The Heat, on the other hand, coming in 1-0.
I told you that's the headline I want tonight on TNT.
That's what's happening right now. One team losing streak, the other team winning streak. Tensions are going to be high if there isn't kind of like an embrace at the beginning of the game, thank yous and all that. The experts are saying that's probably not what we're going to expect. We're going to be looking out to see if one Jimmy Butler, who's coming back, gives a look to Pat Riley at some point in the game. But you know what? I don't know that the Golden State Warriors, again, coming in on a losing streak, are going to be able to go up against the Miami Heat and the Heat culture and the pressure that comes with one of the greatest fan bases in the NBA. So the fact that the line is minus 5.5 for the road team, again, coming in on a losing streak, facing the red-hot Miami Heat 1-0 in their last one, I'm going to have to take the Miami Heat plus 5.5 tonight against the Warriors. Against the spread!
Tony, hate to do this, but in that very same game, very juicy spread of minus 5.5 to a team that's lost 11 out of their last 12 games.
1-0.
1-0, of course, but have lost 11 of their last 12 games. We don't know if Steph Curry's going to play, but we do know that Jimmy Butler's going to play.
A lot of points.
And I'm going to bank on Jimmy Butler having a pretty good game tonight.
You can't do this way. We're in a contract year with DraftKings.
I know, but
you
I'm
can't.
trying to give people value. Okay?
We're not talking about the fact that Jimmy Butler completely, allegedly trashed the place that he used to rent. Like, what happens if, the Fuzz comes to talk to him before the game? They're going to know
Fuzz?
exactly where he is.
Who?
The Fuzz.
The FBI.
They come up. They talk to him. The police, 5-0, Popo, they say, you know what, Jimmy, there's been a complaint. We need to do an investigation here. You trash your former residents here. You guys hear about this? Zazzle, you know about this?
I do.
Yeah, what happens if there's an investigation and he ends up not being able to suit up? 5.5's a lot.
How much do you think the security deposit is that they're threatening to keep?
Isn't
Not
it
enough
million?
for-
I thought it was millions of dollars,
It's a
wasn't
couple
it?
$100,000. The security deposit is a couple $100,000, like $250.
I thought, put it on the poll, please, Juju at Le Batard Show. Over under of the person who calls the police the Fuzz. 100 years old, put the number at 100 years old.
You find a place with hundreds of $1,000s, $1 million security deposit, you find another place. There's plenty of places that you can live at that don't have $1 million security deposit.
I go by Popo.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen Jimmy when he does like architectural digest?
Digest.
Well said.
Wow.
5-0.
I'm more of a 12 guy.
His home in California is his second home, and it's unbelievable. Like the places that this person lives, there's a reason he wanted that extension.
So you can't digest or say digest.
Yeah.
I'm going to
Sorry,
take
that was me.
Golden State minus 5.5.
Jess, you must never apologize for making a digestion joke at my expense.
Can't even have an orange.
That has to be a safe space for all of us. I am still alarmed as we head into this second hour 2 of the show. It's actually the 4th hour of the show, but it's hour 2 of the show.
Yeah, we do a lot of show.
Zaslow said something that I have not heard. For all of the content made everywhere about this stupid Jimmy Butler game, I have not heard said plainly on television what Zaslow just said during a break. He just said, Jimmy's full of shit.
Yeah, he's a liar. Yeah, he's a liar.
Go on.
Well, so Jimmy was asked with his media availability yesterday, amongst a bunch of questions, essentially, when did you know that things were awry? Like, and he was like, I knew at the end of last year. So back in May, you knew that we were at the point of no return, and he said, yes, I knew back then. Well, then why were we asking for an extension over the summer? And Jimmy was also asked, if you signed the extension, if the Heat gave you the money, was this situation avoidable? And he said, flatly, no. So A, why did you ask for the extension when you knew things were done with? And B, he's just trying to make it sound like it's not about money when we know it's about money. It's only about money. It's always about money. So I think he's full of shit in that regard.
Okay, so you could say full of shit, but I would say, doesn't he end up being right about it's 35 years old and the last 16 games have proven that franchise wasn't going to give me an extension that got me to 37, and I need to get my money now because I'm tired of playing with these bums. Like, isn't that what happened? Isn't that some form of, I know they're my friends and everything, but I'm tired of playing with these bums who have turned out in 11 games since to appear like bums.
But he's saying that even if they gave him the money, he was at the point of no return, that he didn't want to play there anymore. And I think that's nonsense.
But, okay, you can say that it's nonsense, and I would see how a proud athlete would be disrespected by, hey, do you know basketball's history on who does 40-point games? 8 games in the postseason? Like, no, get me better dudes.
You see, we're at the point in this saga where now you guys sound like people that have been dumped, and you keep wanting to rehash how the dumping happened, and I'm the friend who keeps having to hear about it over and over and over and over again. And I'm like, hey, man, I know it was a really hard breakup, and I feel for you, but we need to move on now.
All right, but the girl that I broke up with is in front of a microphone being asked questions.
Coming over to your house tonight.
And she
by
looks
other
great.
people.
She looks great, and you're so upset. I get it.
Talking
but
about
we need
me.
To,
but she's going to look like shit in 2 years, Zaslow. Am I right? She's going to look so bad in 2 years.
You know, I have a breakup song
She'll
prepared
probably
if you
look
guys want
busted
it.
in a couple years.
A breakup song if you want it. About
totally
Jimmy.
busted, yeah.
We don't want the breakup song yet.
The Heat were not wrong, by the way, and are not wrong in not wanting to give 37-year-old Jimmy Butler a ton of money. Like, that is crazy, reckless, irresponsible.
What is wrong with the Heat having wanted him to play out the contract they gave him?
I don't want to have this conversation again. When you say, though, that it would have been reckless to give it to him, perhaps, but one team was willing, and it's why Jimmy wins. Yes, it's reckless, and Golden State gave him the money, and he got the money, and because he was telling everybody, I'm 35. I know it's over. You guys don't know what these bums are. You don't know what I've been carrying for 5 years. I know I keep saying bums again and again, but he's been.
I don't know. I feel like there
Alec
have been
Burks.
some real. Well, sure, you're talking about the end of the roster this season, and we can go through those names, right? Mo Harkless and Dwayne Dedman and all these guys that were at the end of the rotation or out of the roster.
Thomas
but
Bryant.
why are we
and
still
Derek
relitigating
Hill
it?
and Liam Hicks. And Nico
Connor
Sturm.
Norby.
So you guys are right. And the reason, listen, I'm going to get to these songs in a second, but before I do that, because you may be indeed tired, as I'm sure you are, of storylines instead of real basketball, I've been telling you that Juju Gotti is a special talent around here. And last season, Juju took over our live YouTube after games in a show called Alley Oop, and it does basketball a little bit less storyline and a little bit better than the Heat homerism you find around here. So
From who?
Yeah, I can't believe we brought in somebody. Jess, we brought in somebody who's more of a homer than the other homers.
Yeah, and the girl always looks so much worse in a couple years, but you're going to look really good because you're going to go to the gym. You're going to get your life turned around. You're not going to keep falling into the same patterns that you've been falling into your entire life. This is really when change starts.
Look, that girl is going to look busted.
Woman.
And you're going to look so good.
Woman.
You're
Well,
gonna
he
look
looks
so
busted now.
much
Yeah,
better.
he looks terrible now.
Woman.
Not anyone, hypothetically, of course.
Woman.
What?
That was the problem there.
Let's introduce the audience to Alley-oop.
Look, with a Celtic jersey. It ain't even hanging
right
nowhere.
here. Look, it's right here behind the juju. You don't make me broke my wall. Look, coming down on the juju. It's up there.
Broke your wall. Hey.
Got me messing up.
Look, you knocking down the mic.
How many damn jerseys do you have?
Every time I go to church, I be like, sorry, I gotta wear the Ja tonight. I gotta wear the Luca to the Mavericks, to Sunday service. But look at Josh. What, bro?
He's what we call a whore fan. Everybody can get some of Juju. He got every jersey.
Bruh. We gonna get to these damn Knicks because every time I see Josh, I see him saying Michael Jalen Brunson. You feel me? The Knicks is this to this. Bro, the Dante DiVincenzo turned over his damn grave right now. Y'all got rid of that man for this. Y'all boy lost to the Spurs. The tanking Spurs. Them boy tanking like Silk the Shocker. Them boy tanking like Mia X, sir. And y'all boy lost to the Spurs.
We missing our engine right now. You really gonna judge us over these games? We're missing our
versus the Spurs, yes. Versus the Blazers, yes.
Not in San Antonio. You're not really waking up to play the Spurs. We really a playoff aspiring. We know we better than the play-in. We know we as long as we could evade Giannis in that first round and people like that. We are right.
People like that. Like, you trying to avoid people like that. Let me newsflash. The Bucks is about the 6th, 7th best team in the league. Y'all don't lost to every top team. You're going to have to play somebody.
I know the game. No, I don't. Giannis and Dame is like that combination nobody's seen yet, and I don't want to be the team to find out that they them guys in the playoffs. I don't want to be that team again. Found out about Halliburton.
We got rumors that Damian Lillard is going to request a trade again. They had to have an in-house meeting with Doc Rivers. It's okay. You'll be fine. It's Doc Rivers at the helm. He's not going to beat the Knicks. He's not worth. Right. He's not ready for that. But you need to worry about the Detroit Pistons. That's who you need to worry about. Because remember, we already know what's up with Cat. Remember Cat when he was playing your Memphis Grizzlies, Juju? And he
it's not my Memphis Grizzlies. I'm just fresh. That's all it is, bruh. I just got swag plus flavor.
And he was like, we in Minnesota now. And like that's the guy that is the piece that is adding to the New York Knicks on top of Mikal Bridges. So you have one Isaiah Stewart elbow to the face. Make him bleed his own blood, and then we'll see what happens.
Exactly. That boy gonna cry to the locker room. Who else on the team?
PJ Tucker, though, he's on the list. He's the enforcer. He's the one who's gonna come in the 20-year-old kicks with the 20-year-old glue, and he's the James Johnson of this team.
You know what it is about the PJ Tucker pickup? When he come in the middle of the year, it's not the same thing as when you spent a training camp with some young kids and stuff like that. He just came, and when I look at him, I feel like that. Like, you just here to collect a check. You're not ready to slap nobody. Like, I need somebody that's ready to slap somebody. Wait. Why we got a Knicks segment? I'm not understanding what's happening.
I'm rolling out the red carpet for my dog.
No, don't roll out the red carpet for me. This is what I'm talking about. And we can't come back at you because you got 5 teams and you're trying to act like you're a Celtic fan. You're not a Celtic fan.
Come on, I'm a Celtics fan only.
Look, with a Celtic jersey. It ain't even hanging nowhere.
It's right here. Look, it's right here behind the juju. You don't make me broke my wall. Look, coming down on the juju. It's up there.
Broke your wall. Hey.
Got me messing up.
Look, you knocking down the mic.
But look, back to the Knicks, bro. Y'all got Tracy Morgan throwing up on the sideline, eating them weak ass nachos in the Madison Square Garden, bro. Get some real cuisine in there, bro. That's a legend. Y'all got that boy throwing up, bro. I don't like it, bro. Precious Achua.
You can tell Juju's never been underneath of MSG. You know, he'd never been into the Sky Mile Center, the Delta Lounge, because the food's ridiculous in the Delta Lounge.
Don't give a damn like I don't with no time to kill. I've been feeling like the opposite.
Are you tired of waiting on those 3 dots every time you text?
Hello, Casanova the Ghetto speaking. Hello? Still there?
Only to get ghosted when you're just trying to reach out? Well, we've got a man who loves a long phone call.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Not only that, he hobnobs with celebrities.
Not now, LeBron.
But he's always got time for you.
Yes, Sirski. Hello? What do you need, my friend? My friend? What do you need, my friend? Hot gossip. Do you want to talk life? Do you need some advice? You want to talk basketball? Relationship advice? Say it with your chest, or get it off of your chest.
You can get all that. All you need to do is call Juju now. Call Juju now at 650-585-8669, which spells Juju now. 650. Juju now. If you're in New Hampshire, call Juju now. In Minneapolis, call Juju now. On a plane, call Juju now. 650 Juju now. That's the number. Call now.
Call with your questions. Call with your takes. You want to phone a friend? Well, guess what? I can be that friend. Hello? Hello? What are you waiting for, man? What are you waiting for, woman? What are you waiting for, family dog? Call right now. Who is the goofiest team in the NBA thus far? I got the Miami Heat / the Sixers. Now the Sixers, of course, we all know they spent the whole bag on Paul George, Podcast P. You feel me? Who just realized 2 weeks ago that wait a second, this podcast thing is a little distracting. Maybe I should put that down. Only the dislocated fibula two weeks later, now he out for the season. And then the Miami Heat, I'm not sure what they thought was going on. They kind of put Jimmy Butler out there. They exposed all of his bad habits. They didn't want to pay him. They said he wasn't flying to the game with the team. He flying on his private jet, only to make one of the goofiest trades in the goofball history of the goofy America. Andrew Wiggins. You thought Andrew Wiggins was actually finna come back and make a difference? I don't know, bro. What y'all think? Who's y'all choice for goofiest team in the league right now?
I got Dallas. Dallas has got to be number one. And it's not just the Luka trade. Like the Luka trade is obviously really, really bad, and that's like the top of the pyramid of dumbass things that they've done this year, or period. So like you trade for Luka and you say we're looking for the long term, but you trade for a guy who's literally his nickname is skin of paper, bones of glass, and he doesn't even make it a full game before he ends up getting injured. And now you're trying to tank, and he wants to go back and play games, and you're trying to shut him down. Okay, so that's that part. And then you end up trading for Quentin Grimes in the offseason for Tim Hardaway Jr., and you paid 4 second-round picks for Quentin Grimes. Now, Quentin Grimes gets traded at the trade deadline, and you have to give a second-round pick to trade him as well, and you get Caleb Martin back. Caleb Martin's not playing no damn games. Why did they get the pick? It was such a bad trade that they actually got a second round back at the deadline because they're like, oh yeah, sorry, y'all, he's a lot more hurt than we thought. And now Quentin Grimes is playing for Philadelphia, and he's putting up 40. And you can't even field a full team. And then because of the Quentin Grimes trade, you can't even sign any two-way players. Not even a 10-day contract, so you might end up forfeiting games. That is insane. That's some of the goofiest shit I have seen.
Josh, what you think, bro? Goofiest team thus far.
I'm gonna agree with Trista, and I'm gonna tell you why. You trade Luka Doncic, last year's leading scorer, last year's finals runner-up. Before the finals, how was they talking about Luka? Like he was Michael Jordan. You're gonna trade him for Anthony Davis when you could have traded him. I would have gave him OG. I'd have gave him Bridges. I'd have gave him Towns. I'd have gave him Leon Rose. I'd have gave him Patrick Ewing. I'd have take them all. This is Luka Doncic we talking about. Spike,
Right.
take them all. Stephen A. Fine.
This just hit my mind right quick because I see something on TV randomly. Y'all seen the baton girl who was running and she hit the girl with the baton?
Yeah.
What y'all? Did she do that on purpose or was it?
Definitely. It was a cockback. She was like,
oops.
I can understand how you like can swing your arm and while a baton is in your hand, if the girl might have been too close to you. Did she hit her twice?
She hit her twice.
she hit her twice.
A two-piece.
The double tap gave her the 2-piece.
All right. No coleslaw. Fry on fry.
He's trying to give her a little grace.
Damn. And with that being said, we're going to wrap it up, bruh. Thank y'all for joining me. Trista, come on, bro. Round of applause for my sister. Josh, round of applause for my brother. And that right there is the alley-oop, man. Welcome back, man. Salute to all the producers. We see you, Miss Rebecca. We see you, Dylan. Catch us next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. You dig, Ski.
Folks, listen up. They're here and they're hot. Get ready because Jimmy John's is turning up the heat. After years of perfecting the cold sandwich, toasted sandwiches are finally here. Try one of their 3 all-new toasted creations. The Toasted Chicken Bacon Ranch, all-natural chicken, creamy home-style ranch, applewood smoked bacon, melted provolone, fresh veggies, all on a perfectly toasted French bread. Good God, does that sound delicious. Or the Toasted Roast Beef and Cheddar, premium roast beef, melty cheddar, creamy horseradish sauce, crispy fried onions, fresh veggies, golden toasted French bread. It just keeps getting better. And the Toasted Ultimate Italian, salami, capicola, smoked ham, applewood smoked bacon, melted provolone, shredded parmesan, fresh veggies toasted to perfection. Or take your favorite Jimmy John classics like the number 9 Italian Nightclub or the number 11 Country Club and get them toasted. Order now at jimmyjohns.com, on the Jimmy John's app, or stop by your local Jimmy John's today.
Hey friends, it's Jer Bear here, and I'm here to tell you all about Boost Mobile, which is now a legit nationwide 5G network. So I must take a break from the jokes here for a second and put on my serious voice, because I would never ever joke about a 5G network that has invested billions building 5G towers across the country. Not even once. Not even if Mr. Boost Mobile himself asked me to. There is nothing funny about it. Boost Mobile is now a legit nationwide 5G network and also provides coverage across 99% of America. Seriously. Visit boostmobile.com or your nearest Boost Mobile store location to learn more. The Boost Mobile network, together with our roaming partners, covers 99% of the U.S. population. 5G speeds, not available in all areas.
What is... Dax, are you?
Tracking all our cars on Carvana Value Tracker on all our devices? Yes, Kristen, yes I am.
Well, I've been looking for my phone for...
In Dax's domain, we see all. So we always know what our cars are worth.
All of them?
All of them. Value surge, trucks up 3.9%.
That's a great offer.
I know. Sell?
Sell.
Track your car's value with Carvana Value Tracker today.
Don Le Batard.
I ain't never met nobody in the world that's done hate on Blue's
Great
Clues,
nomination.
Bruh. Like, who don't like Blue's Clues, bro? If you don't like Blue's Clues, you're a loser.
Stugotz.
Look, you get one paw print. That's the first clue. You put it in a notebook. Now what do you do? Woo! Blue's Clues, Blue's Clues.
Sit on the chair and think about it.
This is the Don Le Batard Show with the Stugotz.
Jessica, you've tried your damnedest to pull us off of the storyline of the day. I really do hate preview shows and, regular season basketball. But our obsession with the nonsense makes it that we like the soap opera stuff. And locally, whether it's Homerific, Zaslow saying,
"We are the center of the basketball universe tonight."
What was that? What was that voice? What was that?
That's his voice.
Okay.
My voice.
His regular voice.
All right.
He brought something from a little bit lower.
I thought it had
a bit loiny.
What I felt there, what I heard come off him was
pride.
Do you remember how important we were 2010 to 2014 when I was sitting in a press room and that snake Sedano was betraying me because I thought it was all over. It was us against the world, and then LeBron saved the blueprint. And we're so desperate for those times around here that you get a sniff of it in the regular season. Hey, look, a game that matters. A game that matters that now Jeremy's in a lab making songs. Multiple songs. Look at the smile on his face. Pain births creativity.
Can't we acknowledge how brown my hair is in that picture? I mean, look at that.
Brown,
That's a young man right there.
Brown, huh?
You know what? I'll give you tonight. The game's on TNT. I'm going to watch it as a hater, and I encourage all of our fans who are so sick and fed up of
what are you rooting for? Jessica, you want him
Butler,
to
every time he gets the
score
ball,
50.
Score, three-pointer, 2, 3, 2, 3, 50 points.
This is the last day we can do
Miss
this,
no
guys.
shots.
This is the end.
As a hater, I'm going to tune in just to hate on all of you.
Wonderful. So the best result is what? Because that's for you. What is the best result for Zaz, for Jeremy,
Heat fan.
for Billy? What is the best result for Tony? Like, I want to know because I'm not going to be allowed to care like this again this regular season. We will talk about Oklahoma City and Houston and Denver, but it won't be the same. It's over.
You want to hear my honest opinion?
No, but it's all over. But what we're getting tonight, so those of you, what we're getting tonight is your social media gives you 5 years of memories tonight. Here's the scrapbook tonight. Hey, you want to close on the relationship? Here's what you were doing the last 5 years. I don't know what the Heat are going to sneak in there subliminally.
Good job.
Digestible.
God damn it.
I think Heat fans want some sort of skirmish so they can feel better about themselves and be like, look, this guy was so volatile. We're taking the high road. We're the better people.
Malice at the Palace type situation. Or that's
If Jimmy Butler and Duncan Robinson go at it in a little kerfuffle, I think that would be pretty awesome.
I mean, best case scenario is Jimmy Butler missed the shot at the end of the game. Heat win.
Just like he did in Game 7 against the Celtics?
Well, listen, I don't want to revisit that. That's not a good memory.
Hey, you want to
for
win
me.
a title? Go win it with the best team you had. Make the shot.
I feel like the lamest thing tonight would be a kerfuffle with Dustin Robinson.
Dustin Robinson.
It's
okay, Dan.
That's a Marlin. Dan, that's a Marlin. Dustin Robinson's a Marlin.
That's a shortstop, yeah. You're right.
Jonah Bride.
Oh, Jonah
Who's he?
Bride. Oh.
Third liner on the Panthers, of course.
The cleanup hitter for the Marlins.
Oh,
what?
Jeremy, you don't get the game. God.
Oh, wow. Jazz just walked out on the diamond. Big day.
You're watching spring training baseball?
I'm watching. No. This is batting practice for spring training baseball. He literally just walked out on the field to an empty stadium. It's not open yet.
Which is the song, Jeremy? Do you want to sing about LeBron or do you want to sing about Jimmy first?
You know, the LeBron stuff needs some setup, so let's just talk about the Jimmy Butler breakup for a second.
Jimmy Butler's giving up on you. He'll start to pass when he's supposed to shoot. Every team knows what he's gonna do. When Jimmy Butler's giving up on you. And he will do nothing but ball and lead you for 5 years, playoff runs and all.
This song's beautiful.
can make it all fall apart at the seams. Business of basketball. Jimmy Butler's giving up on you. He'll start to pass when he's supposed to shoot. And every team knows what he's gonna do. When Jimmy Butler's giving up on you.
That's a breakup song. That's sad. I don't, what is that? That's not what tonight is.
Well, do you want to celebrate LeBron James? Because, Dan, I don't know if you've seen, but on TikTok right now, there's a trend where people are just making songs celebrating LeBron James, LePookie James, as a lot of TikTok loves to call him. Jess, have you seen this trend?
I have seen it, and I don't know where it started.
Me either.
But it's just a bunch of LeBron videos.
Yeah, so I've just had people reaching out to me because this is all I do at the show anymore. Is
My
be the
boys
song
are all
advancement.
over this.
Yeah, these LeBron songs, right?
All over
so decided that, of course, since it's my job, I had to make one
Wait,
of my
what
own.
do you think about it, Zaslow?
I don't like it.
Yeah.
Well, then
and I
enjoy
didn't know
this.
where it's coming from, where they're singing these LeBron songs. I mean, what the hell's going on here, you know?
Yeah.
Thanks for the setup.
All the LeBron themes. He is our king. He and Lakers, Cleveland Cavaliers. Always, we know he'll put on a show. Shooting and dunking. LePookie is winning. Say it ain't so. He cannot go. Never retire. We love him so much. LeBron James. LeBron.
You made that song?
I did.
I don't like it.
Thanks.
Is it just the subject of the song?
Yeah,
or
pretty much. And the lyrics, I don't like it.
Do you like Blink 182?
No, and I don't like that song either. It's one of the most overdone things. They played at hockey games and the crowd all sings.
Yeah.
It's lame.
That feels forced to me. A lot
Very,
of those. A
very.
lot of those, like, this is going to be our
It's
song.
lame.
Everybody needs to learn how to sing. Don't back down. Where did that come from all of a sudden? University of Florida loves it, please.
I don't know. I didn't like that song.
Thanks.
Keeping it real. Whatever. Not every song's a banger.
No, I know.
You don't have to be
You're
offended.
right. Yeah, no, I'm not.
What'd you think
Thank
of the
you, though.
first song? A little long, the first one.
I thought the first song was beautiful.
I mean, Ryan Cortez is crying somewhere in his room.
That's every day.
It's been worse the last 12 games. I mean, do you know how staggering it is? I'm sorry, I'm struggling so much. Do you know how staggering it is for me to go from what I've been saying about the Heat 15 years to calling Bam and Hero bums? The All-Stars bums because of over 16 games? That's the thing that's super weird about it.
It's a crazy switch so quickly.
I don't understand why Bam is now terrible.
Well, he's not. He's had some bad games.
Pretty good in that stretch.
He's been really good.
Pretty good.
Yeah, he was averaging like 25 and 12.
But again, to your point, he's not good.
What?
No, it's the thing that's happened with winning has just made it so clear that there's something between. You guys tell me if I'm wrong because you guys do check on the advanced stats and the differences in the lineups. But when Tyler Hero's getting the usage rate, he's the all-star. And when Bam's getting everything that he can, he's the all-star. But they can't be all-stars at the same time if they don't have another all-star who's better than they are.
That's why having Andrew Wiggins score 42 points the other night was certainly helpful. They need a third option, right? Like most
But it
teams.
sounds like they need a first option.
Oh, they need a first option, or they need a third who's akin to each of them, right? Like
They need a
that's
first option.
that's what Wiggins is, and they'll try to acquire a first option this offseason. They're not going to be a championship team if they don't have a number one who's at least as good as Jimmy Butler, right? Offensively. And preferably, they'd have someone who works off of Bam and Tyler's skill sets better than Jimmy Butler did even offensively.
You know what they should do? I'll tell you what they should do. They should win the draft lottery.
Wow.
Thank you. Good idea.
Wow, yeah.
That's a good idea.
Guys,
Get that done.
Yeah, just
Well,
do that.
I would say
Well, Cooper Flag's not coming out this year because he wants to go back to
No,
college.
but the Heat,
Not
all
if the
of a
Heat
sudden,
get that number 1 overall pick.
that ping pong ball.
You know about that culture?
the biggest heat of homers there are. Billy, again with the culture, like what do we need to do around here to eradicate that? Is like just to shock.
He said culture. I didn't say culture.
No,
He said culture.
I know, but you yesterday and today. Look,
I took the Heat tonight, plus 5.5 against the spread.
Against the spread.
I believe in this team. How you low that?
I love that.
you know what else Zaz loves? The strangest of the cheeses on his sub.
Oh,
Hold on. No, don't tell them. Don't
Yeah,
tell them.
any guesses?
Don't tell them. Guesses.
Strange
Wait, what kind of
cheese?
sub?
Well, what would you guys say? What's the best of the cheeses on the subs? What is the?
What do you mean any?
Depends
like
on the flavor.
turkey.
Little provolone.
I have a
Meatball.
favorite cheese, and if I'm having a sub, why would I not want to have my favorite cheese on whatever sub I'm getting? So yes, one.
What are the best of the cheeses? Don't make guesses on what it is that his cheese is. Just give me what you would say are the Hall of Fame
Ooh, a
cheeses.
fresh mozzarella when you got a nice like Italian sub. and
There's
then
no bad cheeses.
Good, but
Provolone
incorrect.
is a good sandwich.
Also
Hold on,
good,
I
but
think.
incorrect.
Are we doing this
Swiss.
specifically
Good, but
for
incorrect.
sandwiches or just in general? Like if I want a piece of cheese?
Everything.
Well,
Monster.
because here's the thing. I love a good Colby Jack, but that's cheating because it's two cheeses together.
Colby
I
Jack
love
is a
Colby
trash
Jack.
cheese.
What?
Yeah.
You're a trash cheese.
He plays for the Marlins.
Utility infielder. Roy, you just whispered it. I don't think anybody heard you.
Munster.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I love Munster cheese.
That was it?
Best cheese.
Yeah,
I like
absolutely.
Munster
Dude, that's
too.
such a normal take.
Okay, thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, like when I
Thank
go to
you very
Publix and I
much.
get my chicken tender sub, I get Munster cheese on it
Put some
every time.
Munster on that baby.
Yeah, me
see,
too.
Dan's trying to shame me here. That like it's weird that I love Munster
I don't
cheese.
believe anybody. I don't. You. None of you guessed Munster as the best
Well,
of
because
the
we thought we were
cheeses.
doing crazy
Weird.
cheeses.
Yeah, I thought it was
We
like
were
some
doing
weird,
cheese.
like,
Every time I
funky
go
cheese.
to Publix, I get some sweet ham
Una libra.
and I
Me
get
too,
some
and todo.
Munster cheese.
And todo sweet ham.
Wait, are you
Goes
guys
well on a
back
burger,
on
too.
pub subs because they use boar's head? And I'm not gonna lie, I'm still a little freaked out by the whole boar's head.
don't worry
I
about
get
it.
generic
Don't worry
Publix
about it.
Yeah,
brand.
Tony
It was
and I
like
are
an
the same
entire.
page.
$4
It
less
was
a
like an
pound.
entire factory.
it's
Yeah,
fine.
but that was somewhere else. Not us.
Which is the cheese that they like light on fire?
Saganaki.
That there's like giant wheels of cheese and they go with like a
Like at a
blowtorch
Greek restaurant?
and light it on
Do you mean
fire.
raclette?
I don't know what I mean.
And they scrape it onto your meal, right?
Yeah.
That's raclette. Yeah.
Yeah, I like
It's
that.
like a French cheese.
I like it better if it were Munster.
Mm-hmm. Oh, imagine a wheel of Munster cheese as that you light on
boy.
fire. Mm.
Yeah.
Totally normal cheese, Dan.
Thank you.
The Cody,
Incredibly normal.
No, I'm not. I wasn't saying it's
You
normal.
eat aged
I
cheese,
just,
don't you, Dan?
I just, well, you know me.
You
I
like the
I have
stuff with
to
the mold on
I
it.
have to stay
Blue?
away from the dairy.
love blue
all
cheese.
The well, I
yeah, the
would
dairy.
in a previous incarnation. I would, but now it's not. Now it's all alternative milks.
Sorry.
Blue
Almond?
cheese.
I'm very sorry for
Blue
the loss.
cheese is
Oat.
disgusting. You know what else is disgusting? Feta. Get that.
Feta's amazing.
Have you
Feta
had?
cheese is gross.
Hold on. They
What?
So John Amici, when I went over to Greece, told me you have to go over to this little place called Eva's Garden, and they have an incredible restaurant over there in Mykonos. And when you go over there, ask for the fried cheese with the honey on top. So it's feta cheese that they fry and then they put honey on top. Shout out to John Amici. We went twice when we were there. in
Zaz,
Mykonos.
would you say you're fed up with it?
Well, I don't ever have it, so no.
Just wait a second.
So there's a pistachio milk brand that see everywhere now, and it's called Tache.
It's crazy.
Wow.
That's Jeremy's last name, by the way.
Tache. They just have the accent over the A instead of the E. I've seen this for years. I accidentally one time, because I was like, oh, cool, it has my name on it, I'll order. And I accidentally, instead of ordering like one carton, I ordered a case. And so I just had 12 giant cartons of pistachio milk in my fridge.
It's pretty good, though.
It is good, and it has my name on it. So, hey, Tash Pistachio Milk. If you're looking for a brand partnership,
What is he doing?
right here?
Stop
I could be like Lucy.
All right, so hold on a second, Billy, Tony, please have at it there. Like, what is he like?
what is he doing?
He saw
He
the
looked
portal
directly at
toward
the camera, too.
It is super rare for someone to so overtly say, "Yes, please, I'd like to talk about myself ad
Capitalism.
nauseum." It's rare.
It's pistachio milk too. Come on, get a grip.
Eddie
It's
Munster.
pretty good.
I heard there was some hubbub yesterday out in the office in some of the common areas about how like these alternative milks that you like are bad for the environment, Dan. Is that so?
It's not that I like the alternative milks; it's that they're easier on my body than dairy. But yes, I've been told that they're not climate friendly.
No, I don't think that's true for every
Hang with 'em.
single thing. I think it's almonds use a lot of water, but I think like oat milk apparently is very easy to make. But I don't know. Don't quote me on this. I'm not a food scientist. But also, our farming practices are not great for the environment either. So,
But we're in this conundrum now with Dan, where it's like, do you care more about your body or do you care more about the environment?
That's why Tony. I love that out of the side of Tony's mouth in the eating area yesterday. I heard, or how about you just get it from a cow?
What happened to cow's milk, Zaz? We used
I'm
to
with
drink
you,
cow's
man.
milk, everybody was fine. All of a sudden, no, I got this thing.
I'm with
All of a
you.
sudden, I'm gonna drink nut milk. Give me a break.
Everybody's got
Give me a
allergies,
break.
gluten bullshit. Come on.
Whoa.
Yeah, whatever.
The gluten's not bullshit.
I think I've said this on the show before. I think people for their whole lives just feel bad after they eat and they don't really think about it, or they just like have disgusting gastrointestinal problems. And they're just fine with it, and that's okay. Like, that's your choice. If you're lactose intolerant and you still want to have ice cream, like, that's your choice. A lot of people,
My
will
body,
just
my
get
choice.
oat milk.
Well,
yeah.
Zaz, you eat a slice of pie.
Well,
right?
careful
You got
because
a
it's
pizza.
Florida. So
You got cheese. You got gluten. How do you feel after a slice of pizza?
I feel fantastic.
Incredible, right?
Yeah. I'm not here asking, is it gluten free?
How do you feel an hour and a half later?
Me personally, I feel great.
a lot of people do. Like, not everyone has the same tummy. Dan's tummy. If he had one Cheeto, he would explode.
I've heard it's also
Really?
just like here. Yeah, one Cheeto. He
I had
exploded
I
one
had a
time.
black bean the other day, and it was
No way.
One black bean?
One
black bean.
Oh, man,
one
the
snuck
explosion.
into something.
Doesn't seem worth it.
bean.
Yes, a black. I'm not even kidding you. I had a black bean, and it was not good.
I've heard if you have pasta here versus if you have pasta in like Italy, your body reacts completely differently.
The pasta and bread in Italy is just another level.
That was a real gourmet Italian connoisseur that made an appearance
Well, he
there.
talked to
too.
Jonathan.
He's right.
Oh, no, John, that was in Mykonos. That was in Greece. Different place, by the way.
Tony and I are
just
totally united on this.
Thank you.
Now you want to talk about Mulkey again? Or?
United we stand on business.
On business.
Dap.
How did it become about Mulkey again?
Her name got brought up all of a sudden. Best dap we ever seen. Put the video back up.
Isn't Mulkey
El
the
Duncan,
name
how
of
have you not seen this?
It's a good dab.
oat milk brand that Dan
Pistachio
drinks?
Mulkey.
Yeah.
All right, I know I gotta do this ad read, but hold on. Let me reapply. Did you hear that? Yep, that's my new favorite lip gloss from NYX Cosmetics. Now I'm ready to talk to you. I've been a huge fan of NYX Cosmetics for many years now. In fact, I use their Thick It, Stick It brow gel every single day. So you can imagine my excitement when we recently received a special delivery to the Batard studios from our friends over at NYX Cosmetics. And there it was. When I opened the box, glowing, I heard the angels sing, "Ah." It's their latest lip gloss fat oil lip drip. It's NYX Cosmetics' first lip oil of its kind. This creamy lip oil will have your lips dripping with fat perks. You get all the shine of a lip gloss and none of the stickiness while experiencing 12-hour hydration. I'm usually a matte lip gloss kind of gal. My normal go-to is NYX Cosmetics lip gloss, the Lingerie XXL. But after applying the status update shade, I have found my new go-to lip gloss. Fat Oil Lip Drip has high shine finish with comfortable wear and none of the sticky texture. A lip product that's hydrating, non-sticky, and only $9? Now that's a win. Try Fat Oil Lip Drip from NYX Professional Makeup. Available in 14 universally flattering shades. Find your perfect Fat Oil Lip Drip. Shop now at NYXCosmetics.com or a retailer near you.